Okay, the next thing we need to do is we need to start drawing the rest of the shapes. So we're probably either going to use the pencil tool or the Bezier tool for most of these shapes. And I'm going to zoom in, use this middle magnifying glass to zoom in on just the areas that I've drawn in here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a neck. I'm going to use the Bezier tool and I'm going to draw a neck on here. And I'm overlapping both the head and the shirt. And the first thing I need to do is I need to fill this in, object, fill in stroke. I need to fill it in with a solid color. And I'm trying to find the color that I used before, and it's hard to find it exactly. So that's actually pretty close, but there's a way that I can get it for sure. I can click on this little arrow if you don't see it, and I'm going to go to the dropper tool. Another way you can get this is just by pressing D on the keyboard. And while this fill and stroke menu is up and I'm in the fill color, I can click on any color on my screen and it's going to change the color for the object that I have selected to the color I'm clicking on. So now that looks good. It's the same skin color. Now I need to move this so that it's not on top of the head and on top of the shirt, but it's below it. So if I go back to my selection tool and I make sure that I have my neck selected, right here, these four buttons are where we can change the order of the layers. So I want to lower this neck. I want to lower it below the shirt, and I want to lower it one more time so that it's also below the head. So I can drag that so that it's in the right spot, and that looks pretty good. So now I need to continue drawing. I want to draw the hands, and I'm gonna put all 5 fingers on this guy and try and make him look kind of like he's waving. And it's not super realistic, but it looks pretty good. You can tell that that's a hand, and once again it's on top of the shirt. So first I'm going to fill it in with whatever color is on there, doesn't matter, and either press D on the keyboard and my tool just changed to the dropper, or you can find it on the side, or if they don't fit, click on this arrow and find the dropper, and then just click on any color that you want to change it to. And now that works great. Just switch to the selection tool. Once this is selected, I can move it down a little bit or move it all the way down to the bottom, and now it's below the shirt. So if I want to make another one of these, I could just go to Edit, Duplicate, and it's right there on top of the other one. And now I could go to Object, Flip Horizontal to flip it the other direction. And this one is on top of the shirt as well, so I just need to move it to the bottom. Now we just need to continue working. If you want to use the pencil tool to freehand some of these shapes, you could do that. Now I've got my mouth, change the fill to whatever you want, and I would make some of the eyes like we did on the last project. Fill in a big circle with white, draw another circle, change that fill to black, and then draw one more circle for the highlight and have that be white. You can click on any of these shapes and drag them so that they're in the right position for you. Group them. This one we don't want a union because that'll get rid of all of the individual properties. We want to group this, resize it, and move it onto our person here. And if we want to zoom in more and make some changes, like right now, I think that this, if I want to make changes, looks like I need to ungroup it so I can access this individual circle on there. I want to make that one a little bit smaller, and now I'm going to select all three of these shapes by clicking on one, holding on Shift, and clicking on the other two. Now I can go to Object, group it again, zoom out, and duplicate this. Edit, duplicate, so that I have two eyes. Keep adding the features like a nose and some hair. That's some pretty weird looking hair, but you want to continue adding the features until it looks like a finished person. So you need to add hair, eyes, nose, add some details in the ears, add legs, feet, arms, and hands.